Welcome to Champion Stepdad Podcast. My name is Neil, and I'm skipping the normal intro today and just jumping right into it. So as you can see, if you're watching the video, you can check it over on YouTube, or if you're listening, I can describe the situation of me making breakfast on a Friday morning, doing some pancakes and eggs for the boys. And I just wanted to take an opportunity to pass on my thoughts. I was listening to another podcast, and they had a really cool thought. Front Row Dads is another men's organization. They've got a great podcast. I suggest going over, listen to that, and possibly subscribing to it. But on the conversation that they were having, one of the guys put a little bit of a challenge out there, saying, "Are your kids interrupting your business, or is your business interrupting your kids?" And I kind of thought about that for a little bit, because I do have a tendency to go in my office, close the door when I got stuff going on. And after hearing that, and then some other things, some other podcasts and conversations that I've had this week, I recorded a podcast and decided to close my door, because people don't want to listen to me go on and on with what I got going on. But I decided to not lock the door and not tell anybody that they don't put the barrier that they're not allowed to come in. And actually, the kids were heading off to school. Cindy started her job this week, so I was sending the kids off to school in the middle of this conversation, which was just bad planning on my part. But during and you'll hear this on Tuesday, when the interview with Ian Kay comes out, the boys came in, and I said bye to them, and I didn't cut that from the interview. I didn't cut that from the video. Like, it's just real life. Like, why am I going to take that out from what I'm doing? I'm staying at home working business while Cindy started her job this week. And why am I going to try to hide that from everybody? Like, that's what everybody is facing. Everybody has a unique circumstance, and I don't want to stop my life to try to paint a picture for you. I want to go about my business, making pancakes and eggs on a Friday for the boys who are sitting on the couch watching their iPads. They're officially on summer break now, and I'm doing that home dad thing. So I just thought it was an interesting way to challenge your beliefs and how you go about your day. Are you allowing your business to shut you out from other things? And is it really necessary? Sure, there's certain boundaries that I need to set. This morning I was on a call with the chairperson, the program manager for my graduate program, and I needed a 15-minute private conversation with them, and that's fine. Close my door, tell people, hey, only come in if it's really an emergency. But with everything else I got going on, I mean, think about the podcast interviews I've done, the videos that I've done. Where's the harm in being interrupted for something like that? Where's the harm in, if I do a video in my office, which I took out the bookshelf and now I got a couch in there because we turned it into a guest room, so it can be both office and a guest room. Now there's a couch, and Cindy or the boys can come in and hang out and sit. And if I'm doing something, if they're in the background, who cares? It's real life, right? And if nothing else, it shows that I'm a real person, not trying to put on a front. Like, I'm actually doing these things that I'm talking about you doing. And the podcast and the Facebook group and all that was originally intended for me to build my band of brothers and to implement the skills that I'm learning. And I can't expect other people to do it if I'm not doing it. And how can I encourage you to do it if I can't show for a moment the real life that I'm facing? That, hey, I don't have time to close my door and sit in my office for 4 hours today because Cindy's at work and the kids need breakfast. So here I am recording the video and, writing my paper, and I got my computer and writing content and writing my grad papers. I can't be locked in my office to do those things. Like, that's just real life. So I just encourage you and challenge you to consider, where are you shutting your family out that it isn't really necessary? That, even if they don't care what you're doing, just the fact that you're available and you're not shutting them out. There were some interesting comments within the Facebook group. Again, it's a private, free Facebook group, so check it out and join it. Champion Stepdad Facebook group. There were some comments about connection with teenagers, and how do I connect? I feel so distant, and I'm not gonna content inside the private group is part of the private group. If you want to be part of that conversation, definitely join us. But it really, there's great conversation, and I love the fact that we're challenging each other of, what's going on and how can we get better and build that band of brothers, but in a way that's real. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you what to do because I'm not in your life. I don't know what you have going on. I want to talk about the skills that I know from performance psychology that I've experienced in the military and that I'm learning in grad school. But it's the same things that I'm implementing. And even just the other day, I was getting on Jackson's ass about eating out of the common bowl at the dinner table, and Cindy called me out later and said, "Well, you do that too. You pull the cottage cheese out of the fridge, and you dip a spoon in and eat it, and then you put it back." And I'm like, "Ah, damn, there it is again." Like, she got me. But she wasn't mean about it. She was just very straightforward. Like, "Hey, you know what? I'm challenging you because the things that you're saying are also the things that you need to improve on. So at no point is anybody going to arrive. At no point are you going to be the dad or the man. Like, it's a continuous learning process. It's I think it's the Japanese word kaizen, which means continuous improvement. Excellence is not about being the best. It's about striving to continually be better every single day. And so that's what I'm working on, and that's what I encourage you to work on. Hit me up in the Facebook group, Champion Stepdad. You can also reach me by email, neil@championstepdad.com. You can message me on Facebook. And yeah, let's have a conversation. Join the group. And again, looking forward to seeing who wants to connect in the membership group that I'm launching June 1st. And it's going to be great. I was just on the phone with my business coach, Dave Poole, and we're building out what we need to make sure that we give you what you deserve. That, yeah, it's a paid group, but for what you're going to get for a small monthly fee is going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope you check it out. That more information will be out soon. I don't want to give anything because we're still forming a couple last minute details, but I just want you to know that the Facebook group and the podcast are always here for you. And if you learn and that's enough for you, then great. Let's connect, and let's join the group, and let's do the Wednesday Zoom calls that I'm going to start doing are free for everybody. Jump in, and let's have a conversation. Mark was on with me this last Wednesday, and we talked for almost an hour. It was great, just connecting. So I look forward to hearing from all of you, and I really appreciate those of you that are commenting in the Facebook group, either on other people's information or posting your own questions. Like, that's what we're here for, man. If we can't support each other, then it's all just academic. Let's make it happen, man. Really appreciate you listening and watching me burn some pancakes and some eggs. I heard that conversation on the Front Row Dad podcast, and I just wanted to put my thoughts out to you that this is real life. This is what we're doing, and we're doing it one day at a time.